Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand. We begin tonight with a big announcement from Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg. The social media platform that millions of users know as Facebook will be rebranded as Meta. Zuckerberg said it's a move to encompass the company's virtual reality vision of the future, or what Zuckerberg calls the metaverse. Similar to Facebook, the metaverse will be a platform for people to interact, work, and create products. Zuckerberg went on to say that the name Facebook does not encompass everything that they do anymore and expects the metaverse to reach around 1 billion people within the next decade. A class action lawsuit was filed in federal court this week against DBI Services of Hazleton. The suit, filed by longtime employee Leonard Jankowski, seeks compensation for unpaid wages, vacation, benefits, pension, and 401k contributions. The lawsuit alleges that DBI Services violated an act which requires a company to provide employees with a written notice of termination 60 days in advance. 150 people at their corporate headquarters on Conahan Drive found out last Friday that the company was closing immediately, and that they were all out of work. According to the suit, over 1,000 jobs at DBI locations throughout the country were also terminated. 2 people were taken into custody for their involvement in a Schuylkill County murder. Police found the body of 27-year-old Joseph Fedornak in a wooded area near Ash Road in Cass Township back on October 21st. Fedornak sustained a gunshot wound and was pronounced dead at the scene. State police have arrested James Fitzpatrick of Pottsville and Michael Angelo of Seltzer. Both men were charged with 1st and 3rd degree murder, aggravated assault, simple assault, possessing instruments of crime, and recklessly endangering another person. Both were taken to Schuylkill County Prison without bail. Police in Kingston nabbed yet another suspect who allegedly tried to solicit sex from a minor. 37-year-old John Christopher Brown of York County allegedly sent lewd pictures and videos of himself to what he thought was a 15-year-old girl. The girl was actually an undercover police detective who conversed with Brown on social media from August 10th to September 2nd. He was charged with unlawful contact of a minor by sending obscene materials and criminal use of a communication facility. The State Senate Health and Human Services Committee passed a bill that would help prevent state centers from closing. The legislation is sponsored by Senators John Udicic, Lisa Baker, Michelle Brooks, and Scott Hutchinson. Bill 924 would prevent the closure of the Polk and Whitehaven centers for a minimum of 5 years, as well as create a task force to oversee and manage any state center closure. Back in 2019, state officials announced that the centers would close by next year, so residents would have to move on to other community settings. Similar legislation was previously approved by the General Assembly, but vetoed by Governor Tom Wolf. A news conference was held yesterday in New Mexico to release the findings from the fatal movie set shooting involving actor Alec Baldwin. Investigators say that a live bullet was responsible for the death of 42-year-old cinematographer Helena Hutchins on the set of Rust. Director Joel Souza also sustained a wound to his shoulder from the gun that was fired by Baldwin. The film's armorer, Hannah Gutierrez, reportedly locked the guns up in a safe during a lunch break, but not the ammunition. Assistant Director Dave Hall said there were 3 rounds in the gun, but claimed that he never checked them. He told Baldwin that it was a cold gun that was safe to use right before the fatal incident. The Santa Fe County District Attorney said her office will not rush to judgment while the case is being investigated. Meanwhile, the production company continues to cooperate with authorities during the investigation. It's that time of the year again for dressing up in costume and heading out to collect some sweet rewards. But remember to stay safe while doing so. WYLN's Julie Stefanovich has more advice from PennDOT.
Officials with PennDOT want to see that trick-or-treaters have safe travels this Halloween season. Safety Press Officer Michael Toludo has some sound advice to help make children's trips anything but scary.
You're wearing your costume, make sure you put reflective tape on your costume. Make sure you wear a mask that doesn't cover your face to make sure you can breathe through. Go in groups, make sure you travel in groups, and make sure parents take their little kids with them. And if they're bringing their kids in a car, make sure they're in the proper child passenger safety seat, even with their costume on.
Motorists also need to watch the roads and keep their eyes peeled for little ghosts and goblins.
And for drivers, we want them to always be aware of the unexpected. And make sure you, if you're going to a crosswalk, make sure you let the Halloweeners go first. And just be aware of that there's more people on the road at that time and it's dark out.
Toledo also has advice for grown-ups who are heading out this Halloween for a night of festivities.
If you're going to a Halloween party, which this Saturday night is Halloween party night, so we want people to be safe. So if you're drinking at a Halloween party, make sure you have a designated driver. And do not drink and drive. That's so important. Local police will still be out checking for people that are drinking and driving. And always wear your seatbelt when you go out. And just make sure you have a designated driver.
Some other useful tips for youngsters to follow are: carry a flashlight when roaming through the neighborhoods. Only visit homes that are well lit, and make sure your parents know where you are going. As for the young at heart, remember to watch out for the kiddos, turn on your headlights, slow down, and most importantly, don't drink and drive. So here's wishing everyone a safe and fun Halloween weekend. Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Thank you, Julie. Luzerne County is still seeking poll workers for November 2nd's election. The Election Bureau is seeking 3 judges of election, as well as dozens of inspectors and machine operators to staff the county's 186 voting districts. Poll workers are paid $215, including training, while judges of elections are paid up to $250, including training, mileage reimbursement, and returning election materials to the Election Bureau. Poll workers are expected to start work at 6 a.m. and stay after the polls close at 8 p.m. Anyone interested is being asked to call the Election Bureau at 570-825-1715. We spoke with one local chiropractor yesterday who walked away with the win earlier this month at a national strongman competition. For years, Dr. Daniel Gavio has been caring for his patients at LVPG Chiropractic Medicine located in the Hazleton Health and Wellness Center. What some may not know is that Dr. Gavio has been treating soft tissue by day and competing in strongman competitions by night. In his most recent bout, he walked away with first place in the Strongman Corporation's Masters Nationals at the Mr. Olympia, which took place from October 7th through 10th at the Orange County Convention Center in Orlando, Florida.
I've been competing since I'm 18. I've been training since I'm about 12. So it's a big thing, nationals. Everyone in the country's there. And you have to qualify for it to get there, so everyone's good. You have to win first in a local comp. So either Pennsylvania's Strongest Man, or we did Maryland's, Delaware's, whatever. You travel and first place goes to nationals.
We also asked him what came first, his love of training or his decision to become a chiropractor, and whether one may have influenced the other.
I've been training first, so my undergrad, I went for sports medicine. So I've always been into, sports and sports injuries, so it does help. I mean, I don't listen like I tell my patients, but I have a lot of good doctors here that help me out. My right-hand man, Dr. Bossi, Dr. Portnova, so they get me through it, especially this age.
So, what happens after winning a national event?
I qualified for the World Championship, so that's what at the Ono Classic in Columbus, Ohio. Early March, first weekend in March, so it's a hard one. I think it's going to be my last one, so.
Now, if you stopped in to see Dr. Gavio, you might have walked right past this picture of him as the Incredible Hulk. But if you haven't, you just might be able to catch the Hulk and the other Avengers in person on Halloween this weekend right here in Hazleton.
Lisa Marie asked us, and me and a few colleagues will be dressing like the Avengers for the Halloween for the kids. I did it for a patient. It was his birthday party. He asked me to do it for his Avengers party. It's fun. It's a good time. I enjoy it.
The Hulk will be joined by Dr. Amara Bossi as Captain America, Chantal Arias as Black Widow, Yomera Colon as Gamora, and Lisa Marie Halecki as Captain Marvel. So be sure to make the trip up to City View Park this Sunday, October 31st, to give them a scare at the City of Hazleton's annual Haunted Trail of Treats from 1 to 4 p.m. Coming up on WYLN News, trick-or-treating and free dental care for veterans, plus Friday Night Lights for SmackDown. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Ezra. I'm 5 years old, and it's gonna rain out.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
Sacco Chiropractic, East Broad Street in Hazleton has the healthcare you've been waiting for. Whether it's a chronic issue or something new, Sacco Chiropractic has the most up-to-date techniques and therapies to help with any ailment. From his days of playing football with the Cougars and then in college, Dr. Scott Sacco has an elite understanding of sports injuries and how to correct them. Whether you are an athlete, a weekend warrior, or a grandmother, we can help with multiple issues. Call today to see why relief is super, man. 570-497-4150.
M&J Excavation Incorporated in Bloomsburg, commercial and residential, topsoil, paving, asphalt milling, trucking, excavation, heating oil and fuel delivery. Free estimates, call them at 570-233-1898.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Membership opportunities are now available at the Valley Country Club, 79 Country Club Lane in Sugarloaf. Clubhouse upgrades are in progress and will be ready for the spring. Call Frank Radis for details at 570-233-5328.
The city of Wilkes-Barre is calling all ghosts and goblins to Public Square on Halloween for trick-or-treating. Between noon and 4 p.m. Sunday, roads around Public Square will be closed. That includes South Main Street between Northampton Street and Public Square between South Main Street, East Market Street, and West Market Street. As for the actual event, the Dance Theater of Wilkes-Barre will be kicking off with the Halloween performance at 1 p.m. and trick-or-treating will run from 1 to 3 p.m. Free dental care will be offered for military veterans and their spouses next Saturday, November 6th from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. in honor of Veterans Day. Aspen Dental will open their doors for their annual Day of Service in order to provide free dental care to military vets across the country. In our area, this includes their Mount Pocono, Scranton, Stroudsburg, and Muncie locations. Spouses and significant others are also eligible for free appointments. U.S. veterans are ineligible for dental benefits through the Veterans Administration unless they're 100% disabled, have a service-related mouth injury, or were a prisoner of war. Appointments are required, so call 844-277-3646 to schedule. You can also visit healthymouthmovement.com to learn more. WWE is back on the road and heading to Wilkes-Barre for one night only. See your favorite SmackDown superstars live at Mohegan Sun Arena this Friday, October 29th at 7:45 p.m. Universal Champion Roman Reigns and SmackDown Tag Team Champions the Usos will battle Drew McIntyre and the Street Profits. Plus, see SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair, King Woods, Intercontinental Champion Shinsuke Nakamura, Sasha Banks, and many more. Tickets start at $20 plus fees and are on sale online at Ticketmaster.com or in person at the NBT Bank box office at Mohegan Sun Arena. But if not, our WYLN sports crew is gearing up to bring you our final regular season coverage of 2021 high school football. We kick off with some live Comet Spartans action tomorrow night at 7 when we travel to Mountaintop for the Crestwood Wyoming Valley West matchup. Tune in for your Friday night fill of Marty Burns, Joe DeMelfi, and our Wyln Sports crew, bringing you the event, not just the highlights. Sponsored by Lehigh Valley Health Network, your orthopedics and sports medicine partner. No plans tomorrow night? No problem. Got some? Well, cancel them. Instead, tune in for your weekly dose of Friday night football and all the live local action right here on Wyln TV. Coming up on Eckley's News Choice, it's Halloween in Community and You, plus Leading the Way, Part 4. Stay with us.
Tri-County has been keeping your office up to speed since 1969. Everything your office needs: office supplies, personal and custom business forms, business cards, office furniture, new and used office equipment, copy, print, and scan solutions with wide format capabilities. Leasing is also available, free off-street parking, and free local delivery. Tri-County Business Machines, 117 East Broad Street in Hazleton, 570-459-0754. Family owned and operated since 1969.
No matter how busy life gets, your health needs to come first. That's why the relationship you build with your Lehigh Valley Health Network primary care doctor is one of the most important you'll ever have. From identifying your personal health risk factors to coordinating care with specialists, LVHN is here to partner with you every step of the way. And with the choice of virtual or in-person visits, it's never been easier to put your health at the top of your to-do list. Take the first step by visiting lvhn.org or by calling 888-402-LVHN.
When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call Wyln News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@wylntv.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. Wyln, we're your local network.
Two Italian Guys Pizzeria. 3 West Diamond Avenue in Hazleton has all your favorites, from pizza, hoagies, salads, entrees, wings, and sides. Always made with the freshest ingredients. Call them at 570-459-2783.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice,
everyday low prices,
plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, JULIUS KEIPER, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
This Halloween, WYLN TV 35 wants you to settle in for an evening of Halloween programming. At 7 p.m., it's Off the Beaten Path Paranormal Edition. And then get ready for a Halloween sci-fi spectacular. Experience the 4th season of the locally produced animated program, Solo Spaceman. From 7:30 until 10:30, followed by Wine, Hops, and Road Stops at 10:30. And at 11 p.m., it's PBW Wrestling. It's WYLN's Halloween sci-fi spectacular, featuring Solo Spaceman. October 31st on WYLN TV 35.
Make this year's Halloween spooktacular by dressing up your family and furry friends for the SPCA of Luzerne County's Halloween costume parade and trick-or-treat that's taking place this Saturday.
The SPCA is partnering with Subaru of Wyoming Valley, so on October 30th from 11 to 1, we are going to have a costume parade and a trick-or-treat. So Subaru is awesome to us. They bought beautiful haystacks, corn stalks, mums. We have a beautiful fall shoot there. So registration starts at 11 a.m. It's free for all kids as well as animals. So whether it's children with animals or just children or just animals, all are welcome. There's first, second, and third place prizes for both categories for children and dogs. We will not make you compete with animals because we all know at the SPCA we love animals and children.
There'll be plenty of family fun activities, including prizes, picks, and a pumpkin giveaway.
While people are still getting ready to get registered, you can go in, you can get your picture taken amongst the beautiful mums. There's going to be stations at the offices at Subaru, so there's going to be a candy station for the dogs. There's going to be more things like treats for the dogs, water for the dogs, shampoos, just fun giveaways and stuff. We'll also have some basket raffles, and then the parade will take place, and then the judging, and we have awesome prizes. So it's just going to be a really great day of fun for families alike. So come on out with your children, furless or not.
The annual event helps benefit all of the animals at the shelter who are currently waiting for their forever families.
This has been our third year that we've been working with Subaru for the Halloween Pet Parade. So we've done it in the past here. They have a much nicer facility, so it's just a lot more fun. So we get to have a lot more participants and stuff, and a lot of our staff come dressed, which is fun. So they kind of are the ones leading the parade, and it really just turns out to be a really nice day, especially with the fall photo shoot and stuff inside too. They have a beautiful showroom up there on 315, so it's really nice that we get to enjoy their space.
The event is made possible by the shelter's partnership with Subaru of Wyoming Valley.
They're one of our leading sponsors. They are very good to us. So we do a Subaru Share the Love event every year, but we partner with them on multiple events. We've done kitten yoga in the past at their facility, which is 1 in a million and quite the experience. But with COVID, a lot of that had shut down. So we're going to be doing a lot more now that things have opened back up and stuff. So we're looking forward to having this nice event up there. And hopefully it'll be a nice day.
So come on out to the Halloween Costume Parade and Trick or Treat Saturday, October 30th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. All the fun will be happening at Subaru of Wyoming Valley at 1470 Highway 315 in Plains. Registration begins at 11 a.m., followed by the Costume Parade and Contest at noon. You can also check out the SPCA of Luzerne County's Facebook page or the website for up-to-date information.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
No matter how busy life gets, your health needs to come first. That's why the relationship you build with your Lehigh Valley Health Network primary care doctor is one of the most important you'll ever have. From identifying your personal health risk factors to coordinating care with specialists, LVHN is here to partner with you every step of the way. And with the choice of virtual or in-person visits, it's never been easier to put your health at the top of your to-do list. Take the first step by visiting lvhn.org or by calling 888-402-LVHN.
Imagine how inconvenient your life would be without power. No lights, no refrigeration, no heating or cooling, no electronics. But with a Generac home standby generator, you will have power when you need it most. Generac generators automatically provide backup power after sensing a power outage, so your life goes on uninterrupted.
The Wire Guys, 1338 North Church Street, Hazel Township, 570-459-3345, and visit us at homewireguys.com.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Hi, I'm Marty Burns, host of Sports Talk, your weekly source for Hazleton Area High School football. Join us every week as I'll be joined by head coach Dennis Bookman as we go over past Hazleton area opponents, we'll look ahead to a future opponent, and have a guest from the Cougar football program. That's all this season on Sports Talk, brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton, your orthopedics and sports medicine partner.
Wyln's going behind the scenes to learn more about the lives and goals of our local leaders. So, Dr. Anthony Valence leading the way into part 4 of this week's series.
And welcome back to this week's Leading the Way with Dr. Anthony Wyln. So, what are some of, as a chief medical officer, what are some of the challenges you face, and as a doctor just in general, the challenges you face and some of the accomplishments you've made? Does anything stick out in your career that really had an impact on you?
Well, I think I'm going to start with the accomplishments, because I think, and certainly not my own accomplishments, but I think as in my position and with our affiliation with Lehigh Valley Health Network, I think what that has done is that's really raised the bar of care in Hazleton to a level that we would never have been able to raise it by ourselves. Just for the simple reason, a small hospital only has the potential to have so much in the way of resources.
Yeah.
And a larger entity like Lehigh Valley Health Network obviously has resources that we could never dream of being able to provide, just because we simply don't have the means to do that. And so I think from an accomplishment standpoint, I think that's the biggest thing that I'm most proud of, is where we've been able to take the level of service that we're able to provide to our patients. We have a wonderful stroke alert process at the hospital. We have an MI alert process at the hospital. We got a patient that came in with chest pain down for a cardiac cath in 31 minutes, which is just crazy fast.
Yeah.
We have telemedicine now for specialties that we never had the possibility of in town. So I think the accomplishments are where we've grown to as a network.
Yeah.
And that's something that's just going to continue to build and build and build.
Yeah.
Really is. Challenges, obviously, with growth come challenges. You've got to obviously have financial backing, and it's always difficult to make sure that you have it and keep financially sound, especially today with the way medicine is going. And in our area, believe it or not, one of our biggest challenges continues to be recruiting physicians to the area, because we're a small area. We don't view ourselves as rural, but most guys that are looking for a job do.
Yeah.
And so I would say our biggest challenge that we're facing right now is recruiting the number of physicians that we need to continue our growth. That would, if I had to be concise, I would say that's probably our biggest challenge. We're getting better at it, and we're learning how to do it better. And unfortunately, it's not going to go away, because we have fairly large growth plans where we need a continual supply of new physicians.
Absolutely. All right, folks. Check back tomorrow night as Dr. Wyln continues leading the way into part 5 of our final segment of this week. Good night.
And that's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page, YouTube page, or at WYLNTV.com. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next, right here on WYLN TV.